Hi, I'm Mike. If you like moving cows and bulls, drone shots, and a good game of hide and seek, then this is the episode for you as we search for Bubbles the Bull on our Wyoming Life. I'm pretty sure this is where we left off last week, as we tried to take the bulls off the cows. And yes, I replaced the paper towels. Mark that one off on the project list. To make sure you catch all you can from the ranch, please subscribe. Each and every video, we invite you to explore the ranch life and escape the ordinary, just like we do every single day. So last week, we made a valiant attempt at moving the bulls back home. Their job is done. And we won't actually know how good of a job they've done until we preg check the cows in a few weeks, but it is coming. We're going to bring all the cows into the corrals, and through ultrasound we're going to be able to tell if they're pregnant and hopefully who has twins. That didn't work so well last year, as we ended up with 5 sets of twins in the spring, none of which were actually expected. But hey, they're bonus cows. So we went down last week on probably the worst day in a long time to move bulls. We had 30 to 40 mile an hour winds that day. None of the animals wanted to cooperate, and I can tell you from my end, it was a miserable day. We have 7 bulls out there with the cows, and when we wrapped up last week, we had 4 of them sorted off. Today we're going to go and pick up right where we left off. We're going to head back down to the cows, about 5 miles away, and try to get the last 3 bulls moving towards home. They won't make it all the way home today, as moving them off the cows can actually be quite stressful, and giving them a chance to rest and not making them walk the 5 miles is probably a good idea. Bulls can weigh over a ton apiece, and this time of the year, they aren't the most energetic things in the world. To put it mildly, they're a bit wore out from all those girls. And if we push them too hard, they can get a bit aggressive. So our goal is just to work with them with kid gloves. The weather today is much better for moving, and the first step that we have to do is we have to find them. We have 3 bulls to find: a full-grown Black Angus bull, a 3-year-old Red Angus, and another full-grown Red Angus, affectionately named by the girls as Bubbles. They're all located in our summer pasture, an area about 3,000 acres that the cows will move systematically through over the months of July, August, and September, and even part of October. There are a few fences in this pasture with different watering holes. The cows will move as they graze, and they'll change from one watering hole to the other. We can also control where they graze by filling up water tanks, enticing them to move and stay in one area. Right now, a majority of them are around the windmill water tank. We're going to take a good look at this windmill and how it works in the next coming weeks, but for right now, let's just find our bulls. Luckily, 2 of them are easy to find: our youngest Red Angus bull and our older Black Angus. I haven't seen Bubbles yet, but the opportunity to move these 2 guys is right here with us now, so let's take it. The first thing we need to do is get them together. It's much easier to work with any cows in a group. So by feeding a little bit of cake, a nutritional supplement that cows go nuts for, I can bring the 2 bulls and a few of the cows into a tight group. By doing it again, I can sort a few more of the cows off along with the bulls until I'm left with just the 2 bulls, walking in tandem and away from the cows. Not a bad start to a day. The bulls are following what we call a cow trail. It's a path made by hundreds of cows walking in a line, one behind the other, and creating, for a lack of a better description, a highway for the cows. These paths crisscross all over the ranch, and as the bulls walk along, they follow the road that has been made for them a long time ago. Slowly, very slowly, from where we picked these guys up, we have almost a 2-mile walk to a gate that'll guarantee that they can't double back on me. And it's a long 2 miles at 1 or 2 miles per hour. Water can cause problems when moving any cows. Lots of times when moving cattle, we try to avoid it at all costs. There will be plenty of water where they're going, and stopping to take a drink will disrupt the momentum that we have with the bulls this far. Sometimes, though, with bulls, you have no choice. I just consider myself lucky that I made it this far without any incident, and after a drink, it can be a struggle to get them going in the right direction again. Come on. Come on, guys. Let's go. Eventually, though, they get it figured out. And after finding another cow trail, we can move through the gate and out of the summer pasture and one step closer to home. But we aren't done yet. The bulls we sorted off previously are still another 3/4 of a mile or so away. I'd like to get them all together and put an entire pasture between the bulls and the cows, reducing the chance that a bull will go back through a fence or break down a gate to get to the cows. Again, they find another cow trail. What I consider the trick to moving cows and bulls in small numbers, 1 or 2 at a time. If you can get them on a trail, they're just gonna follow it right along until they find their exit and their next gate, where they're actually joined by a number of cows. This snuck in here while the previous gate was open, waiting for the bulls to exit. These girls came up to see their boyfriends, but they shouldn't be too much of a problem, as the bulls are more interested in their buddies on the other side of the fence. In what could be a tricky move, we have to get the gate open and the bulls moved through without letting the cows through also. No. Four bulls are now together in this pasture. The fifth is actually injured after a fight with another bull. His knee is pretty swollen and sore, probably from a fall, and he's actually keeping himself separated from the other bulls. With the sun close to setting, we're going to let these guys hang out and leave them be. We're going to come back tomorrow for Bubbles and to finish rounding up the bulls. But the next day is full of surprises, as Bubbles is nowhere to be found. Once down at the cows, we can cake them again. Now, this time is actually to gather the cows closer. Bubbles isn't in this group, but this should keep the cows busy while we go out and look for them. Bubbles is our oldest bull. There's always a chance that something could have happened to him. I don't think a cougar or a coyote would go after him, but it is odd that he's not here with the cows. The only thing to do is to head out looking for him, checking each group of cows that we can find, and every red cow is worth a second look. And by climbing to the top of hills, we can look down over the prairie and hopefully get a glance at him. This really isn't his first time doing this. He's no dummy. Coming down yesterday may have tipped him off on what we were doing. He's been here longer than any other bull, and he knows the routine. But he is getting older, and going back to the bull corral for winter could mean that he's going to lose his standing as the alpha bull to one of the younger males. Maybe it's a prospect that he just doesn't want to face. Another thing he probably doesn't want to face, in fact, I let the cat out of the bag last week, that this is actually going to be Bubbles' last year here on the ranch. After getting him back home, he's probably going to be sold at auction. Of course, I didn't tell him that, and I doubt he watched the video. There really is no service or reception down here. Either way, deep down in my heart, I think he knows what's up, and he's playing a little cat and mouse with us. Well, bull and human. At least, I hope so. And I hope that he's not hurt somewhere. There are plenty of dry creek beds and ravines down here, some of them quite steep, and a fall into one of these for an aging bull could be disastrous. But still, we have to check as many as we can and make sure. We also checked the entire fence line of this pasture, almost 10 miles of fence bordering other ranches in the area, none of which have cows on them right now, which is a good thing and should keep him home. With no holes in the fence, well, then it's back to the search. We're going to take some time to climb to the top of a large hill, giving us a viewpoint to scan for any signs of him, including probably the best vantage point on the ranch, a hill rising over 100 feet or so above the rest of the pasture. Unfortunately, with such a large area to search, there are hundreds of places he could be hiding, bedded down, and our best bet might be just to wait him out, just as we've had to do in the past. The hope is that he's hiding. And if you've ever heard of Occam's razor, it states that the simplest answer to a problem is probably the correct one. So unless Bubbles was abducted by aliens, he's just hiding. And coming down and checking every so often, we have a chance to catch him when he comes out to get a drink or socialize with the girls. Bubbles earns another day, and we earn a trip back to the shop. And a beer. Here's to Bubbles. Too smart for his own good and full of personality. It's going to be hard to see him go, but go he will. It's a rough life. We make connections. We get to know our herd better than we know most of our friends, sometimes even our family. Anytime anybody says to me that ranchers and farmers don't care about our animals, I invite them to come and visit. Watch how we treat them. The respect they earn from us and the respect that we earn from them. We all have a job to do, and we work together to do it the best we can. I never expect to change anybody's mind, but I do have respect for somebody that's willing to be open to new ideas. Right now, Bubbles' idea is to enjoy life, even by making me look like a nitwit. That's okay. It won't be the last time. Besides, and don't tell Erin this, but I go down there sometimes to hide too. Thanks for watching today. Please subscribe and continue with us as we explore the ranch life and escape the ordinary. We'll be back on Tuesday as we tackle a new challenge on the project list. Until then, have a great week, and thanks for joining us in our Wyoming Life.